Death. 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 Bye. 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 Bye.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Death by Daylight. This is episode 11 and we are happy to be here with you. We are going to be talking about very important, something near and dear to all of our hearts this evening. But first, my name is Josh. I am here with Ernie.
What up, everyone?
I am here with Jesus.
What's going on, guys?
I am back for the first time in a month is Darrin.
Hey, hey, hey.
And Manny is also going to be joining us tonight.
What's going on, guys?
So Juan is not here, but Manny is here. We're going to actually have all or everybody on. Jude will be here at his usual time. Unfortunately, Juan couldn't make it, but we're still going to go ahead and go forward with our plan, which is to have a Survivor game first. Megan and Luis are here. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to do a Survivor drinking game right off the bat, and Ernie's going to be playing, Manny's going to be playing, is going to be playing all together, and Darrin and I have set it up or we're going to try very hard to set it up, so that we have screens going for all of them, and we can call the game for you, much like we would a hockey game or something like that. I always say hockey because I'm an actual hockey announcer, but that's what we're going to be doing. And we also are going to be talking about Satan, the big daddy of them all, the most evil thing on the planet. Satan, we're going to be talking about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. First, let's find out what everybody's drinking. I think we have a bartender segment, but Darrin and I have not got over that, so maybe he'll come up with it as everyone else is talking. So, Ernie, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
I'm actually not just drinking a White Claw, I'm drinking a Coors.
Coors, Yellow Belly. Coors Original. What are you drinking, Manny?
I am not drinking today because I forgot my mezcal at Ernie's house, and I did not go pick up anything at the store.
All right, well, that's fitting into Juan's slot perfectly because he doesn't drink most of the time either. Jesus, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a French 75.
Oh, fucking fancy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm impressed. I'm more surprised than I am impressed by.
No devil-themed cocktail from you, Jesus, or what?
No, I was trying to make my amaretto sour like usual, and I was going through my liquor cabinet and I'm out of bourbon, so I'm like, well, I have some gin. So I went on the old Google and it's like, if you like gin, you're gonna like this. So I was like, all right, I have champagne, I have everything. It's fucking tasty. I like it.
Well, that's great. That's great for everybody involved. That Jesus has decided to continue to step up his bartender game. But the actual bartender, we're happy to have him back. Hopefully in the minute and a half that I just bought him, he's come up with a Satan themed drink. Darrin is back, everybody. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Great to be back, Josh.
Oh, thank
Great
you,
to be back.
What do you got for us tonight, buddy?
Well, you might remember a small shot that Ernie may have, I helped him come up with about 2 years ago called the Satan's Butthole. You remember that, Ernie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah, it's gross, but continue.
We're talking 1 part mellow corn whiskey, 1 part Campari, and 1 part Malort.
Oh my god, that really is Satan's butthole.
Ready to put some hair on those that nutsack there, boys.
If you've never had Malort before, do yourself a favor and don't ever drink it. Because it's one of the worst things on the planet. It's a Chicago thing. They're real proud of it up there, but they shouldn't be because it's fucking disgusting.
It's fucking horrible, Josh.
It doesn't
You do.
it doesn't burn, but it just tastes like fucking ass.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know.
no,
I like to eat ass, so I don't know. Would I enjoy
Hey,
it? Hey.
that's the thing is that it doesn't taste like ass. It tastes like an armpit. It tastes it, and even worse than that, it tastes like how that weed that smells like an armpit, like not marijuana weed, but that weed that like grows in the desert. If you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It tastes like that smells. It's fucking disgusting. So don't. I mean, most of the time, I recommend that you try Darren's delicious drinks at home. This one, not so much. Not really.
No, I wouldn't recommend it either. But something Satan inspired for everybody out there.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
know. I like
excellent.
to eat ass, guys. I might just try it.
I'm even more excited that it is done live. That we didn't have to do a pre-recorded bartender segment this particular evening. Like we said, we've got Satan coming for you after the drinking game that is going to be Survivor themed tonight. They're going to go ahead and start to get into the game to load as soon as they possibly can. We're going to get into... So there's going to be several Satan episodes. You can't cover Satan in one episode. Today is going to be focused around his origins. We're going to do a little bit of the Bible, little Bible study here on Death by Daylight. We're going to be doing a little bit of Paradise Lost. Jesus and Ernie are going to be talking about American Satan. And we're going to just get I'm going to talk a little bit about Robert Johnson and the Crossroads and selling his soul. And we're going to just have a good old Satan fest here tonight on Death by Daylight, and we are excited about it. I'm drinking Stone Tropic of Thunder IPA. It's delicious. It's citrusy. It's very light for an IPA.
Tropic of Thunder?
I know that's what I was about to say.
I think it's called Tropic of Thunder. Oh, it's just called Tropic. Yeah, it is called Tropic of Thunder.
Oh.
Haha, assholes.
All right. Robert Downey Jr. and blackface there. Okay.
You guys, yeah, it was a fucking, what's his name, Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you guys tried to trip me up, and I also thought it was weird, but it is called Tropic of Thunder.
You have any booty sweat over there too, or?
Ooh,
Booty sweat. Delicious drink, apparently, as far as the movie is concerned. I've had booty sweat. I've never had, that booty sweat. I also like eating ass, if we're going to go ahead and talk about it, so... right there with everybody. Or at least Jesus.
Satan and ass eaters.
Satan and ass.
That reminds me, Jesus was supposed to see if he can taste the what was it called again? The chamoy through his ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you ever do a chamoy butt chug?
Yeah. Let's not talk about it, guys.
It burned a little bit.
It felt amazing.
Excellent. I actually had some chamoy this week because I was craving it so much after we talked about it on the episode. Maybe it was covered in COVID. I have no idea. But I went down to El Clasico before the bar shut down in Texas today. And I got myself a little chamoy drink to go. We had a connection issue.
That's what I'm trying to invite him right now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Or should I say Satan?
Yeah, I was gonna say the other way today, buddy. Yeah. So if you want to click on those links that are down below in the comments, you can also watch either Texas. It's not weird for me to call him that, but you can either watch Jesus's broadcast or Manny's broadcast. And obviously our regular channel is Ernie. So if you guys want to watch either of those, you can click those and follow along with us. We're gonna be doing our first commentary. Me and Darren done a lot of things together. Darren and I. We've been on another podcast. We used to do a sports podcast. I don't think we've ever called like a game together. As a matter of fact, I know we haven't.
No, but I wish I had more than 5 minutes to prepare for this because I'm trying to figure out how to get this shit to work. God damn it!
I was really prepared for you guys to go in a sexual way. Like me and Darren been a lot through with each other. We've shared some stories and shared some times in the. Never mind.
Well, that first combination of words is not how English works.
That's
So
what I was gonna say.
we would have never said that specifically, but
You guys know what I meant, all right?
if you're gonna come at us, maybe be a little sharper with the tongue.
Oh, I'm gonna come on you, all right?
That is not what I said, but I welcome it. Maybe we'll get back into semen-themed drinks. Now that I know Caesar has the time, he may be listening.
He probably, he has the time now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so our bartender friends are back home after Texas regressed today. Well, some say regression. I mean, literally regression, but some of us say progress.
Yeah.
Because things were getting pretty fucking dicey down in the great state of Texas. Unfortunately, that means that our bartender friends, and we have a lot of them, are out of work. So maybe they'll be on tonight. Maybe they'll decide to spend their Friday night with us while they can. We are still trying to figure out what's going on with Manny here.
Are you still
As
with
soon
us,
as
Manny?
we do that, we can go over the rules here. For the Survivor game, it's pretty goddamn simple. So we only have 3 in the fight. We don't care if the other person survives or not. I mean, I guess we do a little bit, but not enough to take a shot. So however many of our boys get out, that's how many shots we're going to take. If they rescue someone from a hook, you can take a drink. If they fix a generator, you can also take a drink. And Darren and I will be able, well, maybe not Darren because he's trying to figure it out, but I will be able to let you know because I will be watching all of our boys play. On my screen, I will be able to let you know when that happens, if they get someone off a hook or if they fix a generator. I am not well versed in this game. It's much easier for me to call a hockey game than it is for this, so I might miss a couple things, but I will get better as we go. And then we'll eventually get to, I think we'll have a killer game at some point. And while we talk about Satan, we'll have a killer game.
You guys want to see something funny?
Always.
I have a character that looks like Jesus.
Like Jesus or like real Jesus?
No, that's a Jesus, all right.
Check it out.
Are we running Halos? Is this what we're doing? All right.
Oh, he does look like Jesus. He looks like homeless Jesus.
Did Jesus have a home?
Yeah, in Galilee.
Like a physical home? Like
Also, he lived in Bethlehem.
Like he paid mortgage?
I think it was his dad's house, and not God, but Joseph. Not the Lord's house, but rather Joseph and Mary's house.
How much was the rent there? What was he paying up there? How much was it look like up there?
It's like, what are the property tax values
What are the schools?
Bethlehem?
What are the schools like in Bethlehem up there?
He's just like, I'll leave the fucking lights on. I'm paying for electricity around here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if by electricity you mean fire.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
Manny, your Twitch isn't on, just so you know.
Yeah. Just started back on again. There you go.
Oh yeah, he had to reset the game.
So Manny's in now. We are just waiting for the match to be made. Then we'll be in. Thanks for everybody for coming to hang out. I will be saying this only 3 times this evening, but now's the perfect opportunity. Please like, please subscribe, please share and tell your friends, and please comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know how we can, what we can talk about to make you happy as far as Satan is concerned. If there's anything that you want to hear from us, we're happy to talk about it if we know what you're talking about.
You might want to talk about the merch that's coming up, the shirts that we have printed.
At Merch Table, deathbydaylight.merchtable.com is not a thing that's happening yet, so don't go there. But maybe if we get a little bit more of a fan base, we'll let you guys We do have a sticker, literally one sticker that was made, but unfortunately, most of us don't have one, so they're not quite for sale yet.
Also, if you need masks, you need T-shirts, let me know, man. We're gonna print shop now.
Oh yeah. Do you want to shout out your well, not your, but the print shop you're working at, Darry?
Skyward in Canutillo, Texas, man. Hit me up. I got all your needs and you get a discount and shit. Mention my name.
I thought you were gonna say mention Death by Daylight and you get a discount. Like, that's fucking
A discount code? Fuck it, yeah. Text me Death by Daylight 01 and you get a fucking discount.
Text me, like people know where to do that. Yeah, we're not quite there yet, but we will. We will get there. So hit up Darrin Canutillo. I didn't hear the fucking name. I'm sorry.
Skyware, like the vodka.
Skyware. I actually have. I was forced into drinking some Sky recently. Skyware in Canutillo. Hit up Darrin for all of your printing needs. Not like Kinko's printing, like T-shirt printing. And we are getting into a match here. Manny is his Twitch is down there. Jesus' Twitch is down there. Obviously, Ernie is our main screen. And if Darrin has figured out, we're not going to say. We're going to leave you in suspense about whether Darrin has figured this out or not.
I got Manny and I got Ernie.
You don't have that.
I got Manny on my phone on my left leg, and I got Ernie on my iPad on my right leg.
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough for us.
I guess I'll just go fuck myself then, right?
I'll make sure to pay attention to Jesus' screen.
So,
like we've said, the Survivor. Go ahead.
I really want to try something out on this game. Hopefully, I can get it. So there's this this super stun that you can do on a killer that's really fucked up. So if I get hooked, I have this perk where I can, if he downs me and picks me up again, I get a skill check, and if I hit it, I get off of him and he gets stunned for a bit. But there's a funny one. If you do that, you jump in a locker, so he pulls you out, you hit the skill check, and then you jump back in the locker, and with this perk, you actually stun him after being in the locker for a little bit, so you can get him stunned, and then just take off. So hopefully I can pull that off for you guys.
All right, looking forward to it. I'm actually gonna try this one. I have this one perk where I suck the killer's dick, and then
the fuck have y'all been doing since I've been gone?
And then he's super stunned for a second, and you can just run away.
Yeah.
The killer is now
if you
stunned
miss
for
the
40
skill
seconds.
check, you bite down and he stabs you in the neck.
Yeah, that's his Mori.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
See, you see me carrying that toolbox? It's actually a giant dildo to go up his ass and make him come faster.
Deutschmaster 3000.
That's what Manny. That's what Manny has. It's not a map. It's a fucking giant dildo.
It kind of does look like it.
Carrying around the peg kit with me.
I'm always ready.
I've got to take it everywhere I go, you know.
You just never know. I gotta keep my thing on me, you know?
You know I keep that thing on me.
I gotta keep my strap on me.
I stay strapped on.
Always.
Yeah, there we go. It's been gross.
So yeah.
Immediately, before we even got into Satan, we're already talking about fucking killers and blowing them and all sorts of other stuff.
It's what the devil would want, you know?
That is what the devil... Well, I think... I mean, it's debatable. I really think blowjobs come from heaven, not from hell, so... Getting my shots ready. Oh, we've got a fucking match here, boys.
Oh.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Darrin is going
I think I got
to
everybody.
be... Boom! That's what the fuck is up. That's what I like to hear.
This is
So,
different. This conversation is fucked though. Like, alright, yeah, let's go.
So Darrin and I are going to be calling this match for you guys. We've got all of our boys here on watching all of their screens. Technology is a phenomenal thing, folks. You used to have to sit all in a room together and connect all of your consoles with a fucking Ethernet cable, and then you used to have TVs in the same room, and you would face back to back so no one was screen cheating. And now we've got this. So pretty amazing stuff going on. I just taught you about LAN parties. If you didn't know what that was.
Talking about the old Halo days?
Dude,
Counter-Strike,
fuck yes. Me and Luis go far enough back that he knows that we were there for LAN parties. We had LAN parties at our friends' houses.
We used to have lipstick parties.
Okay. All right.
We're not going there? Okay.
I mean, no, please tell the people what a lipstick party is.
See, a lipstick party is when your mom sells Avon, right?
She invites all her friends over
and sucks a dick.
What?
That was just Jesus's mom. That's not the way that it went with other people. All right, so right off the gate, not a lot going on yet.
I'm on a generator.
See on a hockey game, there's a face-off and someone wins the face-off, so you immediately comment on that part of it.
Ooh, it's a nurse.
So our killer is the nurse in this game. We've seen the nurse before. We had a nurse's week. Juan absolutely blew it. Or no, it was Jesus, right? Were you playing the nurse?
No.
Oh, well then, yeah,
No,
Juan blew it. Actually, I actually don't know how he did. I just wanted to fucking talk shit. But, so Ernie doing a lot of running here at the beginning.
We got Juan. Who's that on generator? Is that Manny?
Yeah. Hey, let me get that man so I can heal.
Ernie, are you loading?
No.
Where you at?
Never mind, I thought you were that Meg.
I've got Ernie picking something up.
No.
I've got Jesus somewhere in some type of cabin.
There we go.
I'm trying to run from that nurse.
Oh, she's already chasing you down.
Yeah. I got away. I think I got away.
Well, we'll fucking see here, bud. Ernie's doing something. I can't tell what it is. Oh, he's doing a totem. Ernie down on the bottom screen with a totem.
My right.
Oh yeah, they can't see
I
it's
don't
the
know
bottom
the fuck.
screen.
I know,
Exactly, bro.
Ooh,
Manny
generator was
fixing a
finished.
generator. Manny has fixed the generator.
And I just healed myself.
They did.
Jesus, if I don't comment on it, it wasn't
Yeah.
comment worthy. All right.
Oh. I just finished touching myself.
Jesus has healed himself. So far, everybody's good. We've got Ernie on a generator now. So we've got one generator fixed. 3 more to go until our boys get out of here, and
4.
we can have some shats.
4 more to go.
4? There's
So what
5.
the fuck is the purpose of the generators, guys?
To power the exit gates.
The what?
To power the exit gates so we can get
These are
out.
questions I probably should have asked like on the first episode. What?
Dude, that's one thing I asked. I was like, how the fuck does everyone know how to fix a generator? Is that common knowledge? Do you guys all know how to fix a generator?
Oh, he seems to be like fucking V8s that they're fixing to fix these generators.
Yeah, they really do look like tank engines as opposed to generators. No, to answer your question, Jesus, unless the how to fix it was to put more gas, no, I wouldn't know how to fix a generator. I mean, I guess maybe if my life depended on it, I mean, I probably would die, but maybe I wouldn't know what to do. So, Ernie's got a generator fixed. I think that's what just happened. Nope, he's almost got it fixed.
Someone's repairing one.
Oh, I just saw the killer looking at Ernie. Oh, what a fucking dodge! He fucking dipped right under whatever the nurse does.
Whatever the nurse does.
Dude, I'm serious. He literally juked the shit. He juked him out of his fucking shoes. Nope, he's down.
Is anyone... Manny, are you going for him?
I'm halfway on a gen.
Okay, I'll go.
So is this where you get to try your fucking your thing where you can stun him?
Yeah, after they get me off the hook.
Oh look, should I just like help Manny on that generator that I just passed and fuck
No,
Ernie and
I'm
just let him
almost
die?
done.
I'm just kidding. I'll do it.
Why are you doing jumping jacks while you're on the hook?
Just cause.
Oh. Alright. So we've got Jesus heading over towards Ernie. He's almost there.
Oh, I gotta commit. I gotta commit.
Boom! He's got him off the hook. That means that you can take a drink back home if you're.
Go finish that generator.
That's a nice backpack too.
Jude! What's up, Jude?
Hey! How's everyone doing?
Hey, Jude.
Doing well.
Hello. Hello.
They're doing pretty well so far. It looks like everyone's gonna make it out.
Damn, someone got smacked.
Oh.
Fucking Ernie's only on one hook, so
I'm trying to
we've
find
got
that gen.
no other hooks so far.
What's up with that gen, Manny?
That's
Manny's Twitch is being uncooperative, so I can't see exactly what he's doing.
He's getting...
Oh, the killer's there near Manny.
Oh, Manny got fucked up.
Yeah, Manny got he's on the killer's shoulder, being carried to a hook. We've got a totem happening on our main screen. We've got Jesus crouching behind some trough of some kind, some horse feeding mechanism. There goes Jesus to take Manny off the hook. Taking Manny off the hook. I can see the nurse in the screen. And Manny's down again. Nope, he's fine. Why isn't the nurse killing you? I don't understand what's happening.
You
She couldn't hook him because I sabotaged that hook.
Oh, well,
got
he's
him
got
here.
Manny again. He's dropped Manny.
Manny dropped him to adrenaline.
She's pissed off at me.
Manny running away. Jesus now over the killer's shoulder. I have not even seen the other person.
Well, somebody's vigorously masturbating their controller.
we getting Ernie. Are you getting fucked up there?
That would be me.
to-
Licking my bean.
Yeah, Jesus is on a hook. We've got Jesus on a hook.
Damn.
Alright, so next time we gotta coordinate our
Ooh,
screens.
someone else is down. Is that you, Manny?
Nope.
Yep, that's me.
Someone else is down. I saw it on the screen. It was fucked up.
We just got
God
fucked.
damn it.
Are we really gonna
Pick me
fucking... We're gonna throw to this nurse.
Oh, Jesus is down.
Oh,
Trying to
did
get
you
back
get
up.
saved? Ernie got saved.
Let me get back up.
We're all fucked.
No, he didn't.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
This is like you're getting back up again.
I'm trying to. Hold on.
Give me a goddamn second, right?
Faster, Jesus Christ.
We've
I
got.
got back up again.
We've got Manny crawling. I don't know if that's a strategy or he has to.
Should I just leave you guys, or should I just save myself, or?
It's a tribute to the late Chester from Lincoln Park.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I am
Crawling.
touch and go here.
Crawling in my Twitch.
I'm trying to open the other gate.
Jesus looks like he might get out. Manny and Ernie are crawling. I don't know what this means. I might as well be watching fucking cricket. I have no idea what's going on.
What should I do, guys?
You
Dip?
can leave them.
Yes. Or I could go after them.
What's the best case scenario? Like you can't help them.
He can.
I can't help them.
He just won't.
No, take your ass out. There you go. Get the fuck out of there.
Oh shit!
Survive.
Here she comes.
They're done.
I'd rather have one shot than no shots, if I'm being
I
honest.
teabagged her. I got out.
Damn, Jesus, every man for himself.
Damn,
I did not. If I can be honest, I did not see that coming at all. And the other guy got out. The guy that we don't even care about got out.
No,
No,
he
they're
died.
Oh, there was two people running away.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Hide in the grass, hide in the grass. Ah. What?
You're like really close to recovering.
You can't fully recover though, honestly.
Oh, so what's the point of
wiggle.
this? So this is just like.
I had a perk that I could
This
get
is
back
the
up.
end of the horror movie, is what it is.
Yeah.
This is the end of Aquarius.
This is the end of Aquarius?
Yeah.
That is not how that song goes.
Well,
I believe it's the dawning of the age, but... So Ernie's officially dead.
Yep.
Jesus has officially escaped. Manny is crawling in some kind of fucked up limbo. I think
I hear
just...
the.
I hear.
Oh, it's right there.
Did he
Yes. He's almost. Get it.
Get it, yes!
Yes, queen.
get
Oh, his Twitch froze up. Maybe it's just on my shit.
Nope, there it
I
is.
can't help what's happening.
So me and Manny escaped. So it's 2 shots.
Holy shit! That's actually that's nice. So in conclusion,
I play it like trash.
fucking Jesus got out, Manny got out, 2 survivors, 2 shots. We'll go ahead and let our boys pour up real quick, and then we'll go ahead and take the first one, and then we'll wait for a little while to take that second one. Ernie, are you gonna keep playing survivor? Or are you gonna do a killer match?
I'm gonna go over to killer.
All right. So is everybody shot ready?
I
Yeah.
am shot ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so cheers, boys. This is my favorite toast so far. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Praise Jesus.
Vic.
I mean, like me. Like.
Oh my god.
Did I stutter?
Whoo-wee.
All right, got this next shot ready.
That was disturbing. Well, we'll wait for a second.
No, we're gonna take this right now.
So tonight's topic, as we've been touting this whole evening, is Satan. We're going to be talking about the Dark Lord, Beelzebub, Lucifer, the Morning Star, the Fallen Angel. And so, there's going to be a lot of Satan episodes, so we could go into demonic possession, which is technically Satan. We could go into the occult, which a lot of it revolves around Satan. But we're not going to do that. Those are going to be their own episodes. We're going to be talking about the man himself. We're going to be talking about a couple deals with the devil that people had, both Robert Johnson and from the movie American Satan. We're going to be talking about his origin story and how he came to be Satan. So first of all, what are all of your relationships with Satan? Why don't you tell me a little bit about you and Satan personally? We'll start with Ernie since he has to go into a match.
Me, okay. I mean, he's cool, man. I mean, the visual of him is like, he looks badass. Like, especially like if you see like a Baphomet and stuff like that. Like, all that imagery is so cool. I mean, I read the actual Bible, the Satanic Bible. It has nothing to do with Satan, honestly. But
Yeah, we've been over a little bit of Anton LaVey stuff. We will also, I mean, maybe we will a little bit, but tonight's episode is definitely not about the Church of Satan, because that could also be like its whole thing. So, what about you, Jude? What is your relationship with the Dark Lord?
I've still yet to accept his friend request. No, after a while I was fascinated by him. Like, I had read the Black Bible back in high school, and I thought it was pretty interesting because it's not exactly what people think.
Mhm.
And I would encourage others just to take that venture and just read it with an open mind, because it's not. Yeah, I think there's a big misconception when it comes to Satanism, and just how some people perceive it. But my relationship with Satan, I don't really mind the guy. You know what I mean? He's there. It's the same with God. They're both there. They're fighting. I'm in the middle, of course. I have to choose a side. They're like parents, bro. It's cool. I'm not upset.
Yeah, I mean, very neutral on Satan, I think, is a good stance to take.
Satan
but
is
you're
my
also neutral
daddy.
on God, so.
Yeah.
What about you, Texas? How do you feel about the Dark Lord?
Well, like Jude had said, pretty close friends with him. I was on his top 8 on MySpace back in the day. Right behind Fallout Boy and Led Zeppelin, but, you know.
Fallout Boy before Led Zeppelin? Even after the whole fucking backwards masking thing?
He's a big Pete Wentz fan. He said the way that guy slaps the bass, he was like, that fucking guy.
It's like, that has to come from hell.
That has to. You know, it's not a seed, it's an arms race.
Oh my god. There's a lot of bands that have put Satan on their shoulders a lot more than Fallout Boy, I imagine, but we'll get into that. And Derry, how do you feel about the Dark Lord?
First time I met Satan was on an album of Morbid Angel. That was like the first time I see them. Then it was a Slipknot album with Slipknot on there. Then he was a robot in Futurama. I don't know if you remember Robot Satan. And then the most prominent time I remember him, though, longest I knew him, was his role in South Park when he was a bonus Saddam Hussein. But the last time I saw him, he was making deals with Nicolas Cage and being Ghost Rider and shit like that. That's the last time I seen him in the big screen.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. So, Ghost Rider, horrendous movie, but the South Park movie. Go ahead.
And End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger too.
End of Days.
What about Legend?
Which one?
Legend
with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Love Tim Curry. Love Legend. The first time for me was definitely the South Park movie because I watched it very young, a lot younger than I should have.
That's the official Satan, by the way. That's the actual Satan.
He's probably my favorite version of Satan. Not like the coolest, but definitely the most likable. So Oryx the Nobody says he's got a pretty good Netflix show. I think he's talking about Lucifer, but I'm unsure. Because there's several. I don't know exactly, but so I think going into the likable Satan, you're gonna have to talk about John Stuart Mill's Paradise Lost. And Paradise Lost is an epic poem, which means it's a fucking book. It's a poem book. Not like a book of poems, but it's a fucking poem that's the length of a book that talks about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and their relationship with God and their relationship with Satan. And the biggest part that people talk about in Paradise Lost is that Satan can be seen as the hero. He goes through a lot. He's willing to stand up for himself, and in the end, he wins. He convinces Adam and Eve to eat the fruit of knowledge and to be cast out of the Garden of Eden, damning the rest of the human race forever, which was his goal ultimately. And he's very likable. Like if you listen to him talk about his problems and how he feels, like he didn't want to be less than. He didn't want to settle for second place, and he was willing to sacrifice everything to get what he felt belonged to him, which is something that a lot of people can relate to a lot more than God's position, which is like, fuck angels, I'm making humans now, and they're my favorite thing. Have any of you ever read Paradise Lost other than me?
Nah.
I don't do books, dog.
They got it on Amazon. What is it? The audio
The Kindle.
Audible.
On Audible, yeah. No, I imagine they do, but don't put yourself through that. There is a movie, I think, but I'm pretty sure that's bad also. But it takes a lot of stuff from the Bible. Like, it takes a lot of imagery. It takes the story almost directly from the Bible. Obviously, the Bible has a lot worse things to say about Satan than John Stuart Mill does, but it takes a lot of that stuff from there. So let me give you some quotes from the Bible about Satan, and you can tell me whether whoever wrote that was into Satan or not. Whoever makes practice of sinning is of the devil, for the devil has been sinning from the beginning. The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the works of the devil. John 8:44. You are of your father the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, and has nothing to do with truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies. So whoever wrote this stuff, not a big fan of Satan. We here at Death by Daylight don't agree with those views. And we actually like him quite a bit. So let's get into American Satan a little bit. And since Ernie's playing Jesus, why don't you talk to us a little bit about American Satan and what the concept behind that whole thing was?
So the movie American Satan is about a band. It's these guys who go to Hollywood to try to make it. Your typical, I'm going to give it all to make it in the music industry. And while they're there at Hollywood, they meet the devil on Hollywood Boulevard. And he tells them, I've been waiting for you guys to come out here to Hollywood. I want you guys to sell your soul to me so you can take that easy, I guess you could say that easy way out, and I will make you famous. I just want you to push my message and follow along with me. So along with that, they have to, on selling their soul, they have to make a human sacrifice. And that sacrifice is Drake Bell.
No fucking way.
It is.
It is,
Drake and Josh Drake?
Yes.
Drake and Josh, no, from Degrassi, he was in a wheelchair.
Okay, bitch.
He actually started from the bottom, and now he's here.
Yeah. Go on, God damn it.
So, Drake in that movie, he is the son of a rich lawyer. He's a fucking asshole who pretty much knows that his dad is a very powerful man. He can do whatever he wants. He actually rapes one of the band members, and he pushes the band to the edge to the point where they're pissed off, and they're like, fuck it, let's kill this guy.
Now, when you say that he rapes a band member, this band member is a man?
No.
You can say that. There's men in the band. No, I'm just kidding. It's a female.
It's a yes or no answer, bro.
I know, it's like
Hey, you
Or
know
maybe.
what?
It could be maybe. You're right. Sorry about that.
I am not going to
was being
identify.
insensitive.
I'm not going to identify for that person. Whatever they identify as, if they identify as Satan themselves, then so be it.
They didn't identify themselves, and I will not be identifying them. I like that take, everybody. We're being very progressive here. Inclusive, yes.
So they sell their soul to the devil, and they become a famous, famous rock band in there.
But let me guess, something goes terribly wrong.
No, everything went perfect. They sold a lot of records. They had a perfect life. He has a baby at the. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, it's not as glamorous as they make it sound. Some people die in the movie. They become drug addicts that fucking rock and roll, and they start a movement in that self-defense act. As far as if you are being bullied, for you to fight back and kill if you need to, and that was the message that they were trying to push, that the devil was trying to push, and it's a badass movie. The music in it's pretty good. I'm not a big fan of their music, like their real music. In the music, it's the singer from Black Veil Brides and Asking Alexandria. They're okay bands. I'm not gonna hate on them, but it's not my biggest cup of tea.
They
But
did covers of After the Burial.
did they?
I saw After the Burial here at that fucking, like, by Hoppy Monk. They're fucking sick. Sorry.
No, yeah. So that that is the idea as far as they sell their soul, and they're at the end of the movie the singer's trying to push, telling the people, like, the devil is real. We made a pact with him. It's not what you think. The devil disguises himself in a human form. He takes the vessel of a man, the one who I killed on stage. So that brings me to this question to you guys. If the devil presented himself to you for you to sell your soul for something, what would you sell your soul for? What would you put your soul on a price for? I'm going to have to go with the new PS5.
For something worth $800?
Hey, it's PS5 season. You gotta do what you gotta do to get a console, alright? So, Satan,
I mean, just make $800.
It seems like the easy way out.
It's not the same.
What about you, Josh? What are you selling your soul for?
2 PS5s.
$1,600 worth. No, I think for me, if I'm being honest, first of all, it would depend if he caught me. Like, if he got to me when I was like 17, 18, I would have wished to become a professional hockey player. But now at 28, it's like, it's not, like, that's too late. Like, no one's gonna notice me. Like, even if he gave me the skills or whatever, no one's gonna be like, yeah, let's give that 28-year-old Mexican dude a shot at the NHL. So I think I would just, like, if I'm being honest, because it gives me the most possible flexibility, much like a lot of people in this world, I would just sell my soul for billions of dollars, like, to be a billionaire. And I know it didn't work out in Bedazzled, but yeah, I could buy a hockey team. I know it didn't work out for Brendan Fraser in Bedazzled, but I'd be a lot smarter in my approach, and I'd be like...
Well, that was different, though. He was doing it for a girl. That's why it didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
Well, he just also wasn't specific. He was like, well, I want to be rich, and then they made him a drug lord. I'd be like, no, like, I want sustainable, legal income.
They made him a gay drug lord, I think.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because he's trying to get it up for her, and he's like, yeah, I'm gay. Shit. Towards the end, like, because he makes out with her, and she's like, you're gay, huh? He's like, yeah, I am. Fuck.
Because I know in one of them, one of his wishes is like, well, I wish she'd be in love with me, and then she is, but something happened. I thought that was the one where he was gay, but
yeah.
They make him a professional basketball player with a small dick.
Yeah. So I would, I mean, early hockey player. Now just shit tons.
PS5.
Of money. What about you? What about you, Jude? What would you want, Jude?
I
swear to God, if you say an Xbox.
Of an Xbox, I'm just kidding. No, I'd go the route of fucking, what was his name? Fucking Bob Dylan, bro. I would have done that. I would have become a famous musician.
But Bob Dylan, like a folk singer though, or like
not folk singer, but I would have done what Bob Dylan did. He made that deal, and the deal was for him to keep playing.
I think the name you're looking for is Robert Johnson. I've never heard this about Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he sold his soul. He admitted on that one. There was an interview where he says that he sold his soul to the chief in command, and even his friends said that, like, when he had left the hometown and he returned, they were like, because he used to be like an all-right player, and they said that he started, he was really good when he came back. And
Jude, Bob Dylan is not good at the guitar.
Well, he's gone platinum.
I mean, he's a phenomenal songwriter. He's not a good guitar player.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have taken his route, but I'd be a better guitar player.
Yeah, I mean, so the story that I was going to eventually tell about Robert Johnson is that exact same thing, where he met the devil at the crossroads, and he wished to sold his soul to be a phenomenal guitar player. We all know how that turned out. He's the father of blues, of Delta blues, and just really, really excellent guitar player. But then he dies a tragic death before he can turn 30. I had never, and I like Bob Dylan. I'm a Bob Dylan fan. I had never heard that about Bob Dylan.
Yeah, man, it's a real thing. I'll send you some stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So Jude would take the Bob Dylan route. Jesus wants a PS5, which is looking worse and worse as we go on here. I want to either be a hockey player or just lots of money. What about you, Manny? I know you're still in here, so what would you want?
Ooh.
He wasn't expecting to talk, so I may have caught him off.
He's like, that PS5 sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, well, think about it while Darren goes, because Darren was expecting to talk.
You know what?
So
You know what? I'll go with Jesus just because I know my girl. would not get me the PS5.
Oh,
Damn. I know for a fact his girlfriend is sitting
right
right next to him, so it took a lot of balls to say that.
She's actually asleep still.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so no balls. What about you, Darrin? What would you want?
Just like you, like growing up, it would have been to be a famous artist, like a Van Gogh or a Jackson Pollock type person or whatever. But like now, that shit doesn't even matter. So I'd have to go with you and just get $2 billion. $2 billion.
It's a nice round number.
Well, because it can't be $1 billion. Because as soon as you spend $1, you're not a billionaire anymore. So it's stupid. So $2 billion.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, I think all of those were good choices. I mean, even the PS5. I mean, what a fucking machine that's looking to be. So
$800 worth of soul there.
Yeah, I mean that's my problem, but it's not like I wouldn't do it, but I would do some fucked up shit to get a PS5. So, Oryx says Crossroads is such a great movie, not the Britney Spears one. Yeah, no, I think we know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it is a great movie.
I love the Britney Spears movie.
Okay, that. And I mean, when you talk about Robert Johnson, just like when you talk about Bob Dylan, I mean, it was different, right? So Robert Johnson was not a great songwriter. I mean, a lot of his songs are about the devil and selling his soul to the devil, where Bob Dylan's lyrics are astronomically better than that. And Robert Johnson's voice is haunting, and I think it's very good. But obviously, Bob Dylan had more success as a singer, even. But very similar stories. So when he left his hometown, everyone said that he sucked and that he would never make it as a musician. He goes down to the crossroads in Mississippi and he sells his soul to the devil. Comes back, is one of the greatest guitar players ever. There's a documentary that Oryx is talking about called The Crossroads. There's another documentary that's not called The Crossroads where they talk to his son. They talk to Eric Clapton. They talk to all sorts of people throughout these movies and these documentaries who say that he directly influenced them, or he directly influenced the person who influenced them, and is one of the best guitar players, if not the best blues guitar player to ever have existed. So if you've never heard Robert Johnson's stuff, he only made like 30 recordings or something like that before he died, and he was poisoned actually. But go check him out. I mean, it is just beautiful, haunting music. Now that Ernie, how many kills did you get? By the way, I think it was a lot, right?
I would have got 4, but I let the one person go just to be nice.
Through the hatch.
Yeah, I picked him up and took him to it.
When are we supposed to take this other shot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can do it now. But while we do that, Ernie can talk to us about what he would sell his soul for.
Let's do the shot first.
All right. To selling your soul.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chaos.
Okay, so what was everyone's answer? I was kind of focused on the match right now.
Manny and Jesus were both PS5. Jude would take the Bob Dylan route. Darrin, if it was when he was young, it would be to be like an artist, like a phenomenal artist, but then just money. And then me is the same thing. Like if I was like 17 and selling my soul, I'd want to be a professional hockey player. But now it would just be $2 billion. So those are the answers so far.
Okay, so what I would do is I would actually sell my soul for lots and lots of porn.
Huh? You get that now.
So I need to tell you about a couple of websites where you can get that without selling shit.
Now, if you said Pornhub Premium, that'd be a whole different story.
A life
I will stay out of the
subscription.
conversation.
Lifetime access.
Ooh, lifetime. Dude, I hate ads.
I would sell my soul so that way
superpowers.
to be able to sign up for free trials and not put my credit card information in.
Oh my
That's
god.
pretty great superpower there.
I know, right? In all seriousness, I think I would sell it to be a successful Twitch streamer so I can make money playing video games all day.
Do you want to be Ninja?
Yeah, I guess. Not him
That's
specifically,
actually
but
that's super smart because sustainable income, You get to fucking do cool shit all day without having to fucking go to work. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. And that is your work.
Well, you'd be a billionaire, Josh, so you wouldn't even have to worry.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, mine's better, but I appreciate the diversity of the answer. Yeah, $2 billion. Like you said, I could buy a hockey team, I could buy Twitch and a hockey team.
I'm gonna look like an idiot when the PS6 comes out. I'm like, fuck.
Damn it!
Can I do can I turn this one in and get credit, Satan? How does this work?
Can I do a reverse mortgage on my soul and get the PS6?
He gives me the GameStop answer. Yeah, the best I could do is $3 for you, buddy.
You'll get the standard, but when the Elite comes out, you ain't getting shit.
No shit, huh?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So we've already talked about American Satan. We talked a little bit about Bible Satan and Paradise Lost Satan. Ultimately, what happens with Satan, give you a couple more facts here, is that he doesn't want to be part. So God decides that he's going to create humans. Satan decides that he wants no part of that because he feels like angels have earned their place next to God's side, and he convinces a lot of angels to rise up with him and battle the other angels and God in heaven. Some of the major players on either side, Loki is on the devil's side. We've got Gabriel and Michael, the archangels, at the right hand of God.
Which version of Satan is this?
This is both Old Testament and Paradise Lost Satan.
Because I thought the Old Testament Satan was the one that he thought he was like, God made him like the brightest angel, and then after a while he thought he was the shit, and he wanted to just kind of take over, and then God said, no, I'm not with it, and so he sent his ass down to hell.
Well, it's because
those things are also true. He didn't want to take over. What he wanted was for humans to not be to not take the angels' places, and also he wanted to be recognized. That part is true. Like, he wanted to be recognized as like the top angel, and God was like, "You're all just angels, dude. Fuck off." Like,
well, he was God's favorite, and then he got jealous because God started showing more affection towards the humans, and that's pretty much what happened there. He was just a little crybaby.
So dogma.
You should have asked to speak with the manager.
Yeah.
Dogma. It's also dogma. Yes.
He has a lot of pride. See?
But Kevin Smith got a lot of his script from real scripture. Not to be punny, but like he grew up very Catholic and wanted to recognize that part of the church, not recognize like lift it up, but recognize like how ridiculous it was. And so that's a little bit more Satan facts for you. Obviously, he turns into a snake in the Garden of Eden and convinces Eve to bite the apple of knowledge. And once she does that, and she convinces Adam to do it, they are cast out of the Garden of Eden, damning all of humankind to original sin for the rest of our existence. Which may not be long. We may be running into the end here.
Satan facts.
Satan facts. Yeah, we may be running into the end of humanity here pretty quickly. So
we're not. It's just 2020, man. It's just the way it's supposed to happen.
Look, buddy, I didn't have a great 2019 or an 18 or a 17 or a 16 or a 15. So
you think this is bad? Wait till 3020. That's gonna be some fucked up shit. I mean,
I'll be long dead.
How about we think about how bad it was for Satan being born? Because think about that shit. That dude just popped into existence. If you think about it, Satan.
Wait, which version of Satan birth though?
I don't know. I mean,
South Park Satan birth was kind of fucked up.
How was that?
A bunch of little farm animals. They got I think it was like a deer pregnant, and then they like
No, it was a blood orgy. Blood orgy.
Right. But then the deer, or maybe it was a little porcupine that had the little Satan baby.
Oh yeah, and the puma was supposed to kill it.
Exactly.
The Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
In 3020, Childish Gambino will have been broken up with his girlfriend for 15 years. And I don't want to see that. So, yeah, I mean, Satan origin, very, lots of different stuff. You can go look, you want to look at some Satan origin stuff, go look at Spawn. Spawn is fucking cool and talks about it. There's all sorts of stuff. Little Nicky, if you're not as into intense health stuff.
In high school. I looked like little Nicky in high school. I had that comb over.
Dude, I used to when that movie came out, it was my favorite movie, and I used to make the little Nicky face, and I would talk like that. My parents would get fucking pissed. They're like, "Don't you fucking talk like that? Like, that's not normal." I'm like, "What do you mean, Dad?"
We're gonna have to put him down. He's autistic.
Take him behind the barn. Look at the flowers, Jesus. Yeah, I like Little Nicky, but I wasn't that's real into Little Nicky. I wasn't that into it. But South Park movie, dude. Used to watch that. I used to watch that fucking movie every fucking week. The fucking South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Oh yeah.
And Saddam is his abusive boyfriend. And I mean, just fucking brilliant comedy coming from those guys.
I got in
My
trouble
favorite-
in middle school. Oh my bad. I was going to say I got in trouble in middle school because I called someone an uncle fucker, and my parents were like, "You're not watching that fucking movie anymore." I'm like, "Oh god damn it."
Uncle fucker. That's your fucking face, Uncle fucker.
You're a boner-biting bastard, Uncle.
Yeah, I mean, really great stuff. The French Canadians in that movie, really, really good stuff. Also, the kid, what do they call him? The fucking mongoose, or what the fuck was his name? The little French kid who's like, I thought you turned down the alarm. I fucking hate dogs. And he's
yeah, I think it is the mongoose.
And they straight up tell him he's like, oh yeah, dude, we're doing this for God. He's like, God is dead. God is a motherfucker.
Do the dying giraffe sound.
And I mean, really, I mean, as far as like my exposure to, like, I was raised in a very religious household, so I mean, for me, seeing Satan portrayed as anything but this fucking ruthless, unbelievable asshole was pretty amazing for me. And that brings me into the Passion of the Christ.
Okay.
The anime or the movie?
The what?
Shut the fuck up, the anime. Like when they fucking whip him and he gets that little fucking weird X on his head. God damn it.
I didn't know there was a Passion of the Christ anime.
There isn't. I'm sorry.
Is there really?
No,
he said there isn't.
Oh.
Yeah, so the depiction of the devil in the Passion of the Christ, not the anime, but the Mel Gibson film,
God damn it.
it brings Catholic people to tears. Like I have seen people that claim to have, met the devil, or like different versions of the devil, or like been a part of exorcisms and shit, and they will tell you and have told me that the most accurate depiction of Satan is in that movie, when he's dressed as, like, first that beautiful woman, and then he turns into that, like, snake, half man, half woman, that has, like, the worms crawling out of his nose and into his mouth and all that shit. And the part that they talk about, which I think is actually really cool and creepy, is his eyes. Apparently, they got the Satan eyes just right on the color and the how, like, they look kind of dead, which I mean I think that's kind of badass despite how bad that movie was. But
That baby was fucking nasty in that movie too.
The what?
The fucking possessed demon baby that was in that movie, that shit was scary.
he's holding it, right? Satan's holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucked
And that
up.
thing
It was
turns and
fucked up.
smiles and looks at him. Isn't it
Like
the
in
Passion of the Christ
Train
too?
Spotting. Wait, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. No. Oh,
Well,
Train-
there's just a
dude,
there's
that
just a
was
baby in
hardcore.
Train Spotting that like turns its head and shit. But
The dream, right? When he's fucking
yeah,
tripping.
when he's withdrawing from heroin, he fucking
Oh,
has like a
that's right.
fever dream.
That's fucking terrible. You guys need to
But
check
yeah,
that movie out if you haven't, because that shit will shock the fuck out of
dude, that's a fucking great movie.
I didn't like it because it wasn't in English.
you. Ernie didn't like it because it didn't have fucking porn in it.
Train Spotting wasn't in English, or The Passion of the.
The Passion. When we first went to it, they took me as a child. I was like, "Why the fuck isn't this in English?" And they're like, "It's not what they
You're
spoke back in
watching
the
the
day."
anime version, bro. What are you talking about?
So they were either speaking Hebrew or Japanese. Jesus is unsure.
I wanted the dubbed version.
Can someone give me some goddamn English in this fucking movie theater, please? Yeah, Jesus was a very ignorant, racist child. It was like he was like, yeah, Mel Gibson, he hates the Jews.
I want my Jesus to be American.
Oh my god.
Look at these Jesus killing bastards. Yeah, so Satan in that movie apparently
Was a Mexican.
Oh my
Was
fucking
he?
god.
No, he was
Oh, not where we're
incredibly
going.
pale. He was incredibly pale in that movie. You could see his veins. What else? What other scenes? So we talked about American Satan. We've talked about Bob Dylan. We've talked about Robert Johnson. We've talked a little bit about Satan origins. I was going to say orgies, which we also talked about. We talked about animal critter blood orgies resulting in the birth of the Antichrist. That Stan could have prevented and did not. A lot of South Park on this episode, which I like. And
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Hell yeah.
that actually is exactly where I was going to go, Jesus.
Oh, nice.
So I love Tenacious D. Even there's stuff that other people like have been critically bombed, like Rise of the Phoenix and the stuff they did after the Pick of Destiny, which also was critically bombed. Like, people really hated that movie, but I fucking love it. I love it. I listen to the albums. I listen to the music. I think Jack Black is just a fucking genius. And he got a lot of really good musicians on both of his albums. Dave Grohl, Josh Homme are both on those two albums, and really just a lot of great stuff. Makes a lot of really good references to Kobe and Phil Jackson in Rise of the Phoenix, and that's a lot of fun. And so Dave Grohl plays Satan in the movie, and just the best rock-off demon face-off of any movie I've ever seen, really, right? I mean, that's what it is. Anybody?
You're gonna say it's better than when the devil goes down to Georgia?
Oh. I am gonna say that, but I think a lot of people would disagree. Darren, Devil Went Down to Georgia or the Rock Off from Pick of Destiny?
Rock Off from the Pick of Destiny for sure.
Not a Charlie Daniels fan, huh?
No, sir. Don't even know who the fuck that is.
He's the guy that wrote the
Yeah, I got that much from it, but yeah, like, oh no. Charlie Brown. I know who Charlie Brown is. I'm a big Charlie Brown fan.
Charlie Brown, he's a clown.
Also a Satan worshiper.
Charlie Brown
Brown?
was? No.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, all that
Charlie
shit
Brown
they put him
Christmas.
through?
Linus tells him the true meaning of Christmas.
Why are you so sad?
Dude, honestly, that's my favorite Christmas movie. No lie.
The teacher was always talking to him in demonic tone. Don't you know what she was saying? If you play it backwards, it's Hail Satan. When you play it backwards.
Hail Satan.
You will drink the blood of
Go for the PS5 coming back.
The blood will run through the rivers of Babylon. I will feast on the carcasses of angels. And then give Jesus a PS5. Favorite Christmas movie, definitely Charlie Brown, and then second is Krampus. I don't want to hear that Charlie Brown is a Satan worshiper. He's too pure and innocent. I think that so let's get into backward masking now that we've gotten there. So did you guys ever try the whole Stairway to Heaven thing? Like like making the record go backwards and seeing what it would say?
No.
I went on
Yeah.
a fucking YouTube rabbit hole back like in middle school, early high school, on songs you could play backwards that were like fucking devil worshipping songs, and yeah, so I did all that shit.
Well, give us more other than. So I only know Stairway to Heaven. What were some of the other ones?
Oh, now I'm supposed to just remember them all? Fuck.
I mean, you fucking brought it up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you go to YouTube and you're just like, songs played backwards.
You can't remember one other one?
There was one by another one bites the dust, where it says it's fun to smoke marijuana. It's fun to smoke marijuana when you play it backwards. But don't smoke the marijuana. No, but that's a real thing.
I believe you. I believe you a lot more than I believe Jesus, who couldn't come up with one example. He said he went down a YouTube rabbit hole and he couldn't come up with one thing.
There's Hotel California. There's
Hotel California. Is it backward masking though, or is it just like satanic like lyrics in the song? Because I've heard both.
When you backmask, it's like something about Well, yeah, you're right, because they said there's like something, a mention of Satan in that backmasking, but I would say the lyrics themselves are kind of creepy.
That's Juan's favorite song if he's listening right now. We talked about it for some reason on some other episode. He was like, "That's my favorite song," and I was like, "Hotel California."
Yeah, he says it's
choice.
like my sweet Satan. Oh, I will sing because I live with Satan. And like that's a backmasking part. It's like when he's talking about like he talks about being led to a shed in that song.
Yeah,
so, yeah, you gotta play it backwards. It's pretty creepy. If you guys can look up that song on YouTube, you'll find a version somewhere, and leave it up to your imagination, because some people say it's just a coincidence, but the Satan comes out pretty clear, but him being led to a shed, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do in that shed.
Damn.
Murder Shed.
Luis says Snowblind by Styx.
Oh wow.
Luis, if you can type more, or do you know what it says, or like when you do the backward masking? Has anybody heard of that?
I remember
This is a river in hell, right?
Do you remember the Britney Spears backmasking where she was like saying "sleep with me because I'm not that young"? And he was like, "Hit me, baby, one more time."
Did anybody find out if Chicago actually does have backmasking?
Oh, there you go, Little Nicky. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chicago, what song?
I don't know. I remember in Little Nicky they did it, and like that's when.
Well, I think that was just a joke. I don't think it's like a for real fucking thing.
Hey, you
Like, where-
Yeah, fucking
bullshit.
Chicago is
But, like,
fucking.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, Chicago.
Oh, there's a Jay-Z song that you can play backwards, actually. Oh damn, what song is that? I'll find it out for you guys, but it says 666 murder murder Jesus. It's straight up in there. It was meant to be in there. Like it's like people didn't really get upset during that time, I guess, because he was just being Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
But it literally says it. It's backmasked. The intro starts off. It's kind of creepy sounding, and you can tell that if you play it backwards, it has a message. It's so obvious. But
So far,
it says,
I mean, I can believe Jay-Z because he's like rumored to be part of the Illuminati. Led Zeppelin, fucking Styx, fucking the Eagles. I can believe all that stuff. For me, Chicago's a little hard to believe that they're like, you're the light that's in my life, you're the inspiration, and then you turn it backwards and it's like, the blood will fucking feast. Like it's like Chicago's hard for me to believe. But the rest of them, I can get it. Megan says Missy Elliott. I don't know what song or because if you're talking about these words from my nipples went yet. That's in the song. She's just saying whatever she says right before that. It's just playing backwards. It's worth from my nipples went yet. Yeah, work it. She's saying work it, so that's what she's talking about.
Yeah, it says,
You guys,
put my thing down,
Put your thing down, flip it,
flip
and reverse it.
and yeah.
We sound so old.
Damn.
I remember people in middle school telling me that I couldn't listen to 3-6 Mafia because that song, what is it, Gotta Stay Fly? Like, those girls singing in the background, it kind of sounds like she says, Lucifer, he's our king, he's our god, or something like that. And it does, you don't have to play it backwards, you just play it. It kind of sounds like it. Like, Lucifer, he's our king, he's our father. And like, I
What
gotta
about,
stay fly,
What about I'm Still Fly by by Birdman? Maybe
here's an interesting one. Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth All-Star?
The devil once told me.
Told me.
It's fucking Shrek. He's like, that'd be fucking amazing. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Sell your soul for a PS5.
In fucking 2001. Luisa Sticks has a song where it says, Satan moved through our voice. God damn. That's fucking creepy. That's cool as fuck, though, too.
So, like, Satan dances or what?
Satan dances?
Well, you said Satan or moves through the... Yeah, I know that. I'm done.
Good job, Jude.
You better hope he's better at dancing than doing a fucking what is it? Violin and guitar.
We can't have fucking two failed jokes in a row. If you're gonna follow a failed joke, make sure you're gonna fucking hit something, because now we sound like assholes.
Yeah.
Satan's asshole.
Satan's butthole. It's gone full circle. We're back to our drink of the evening, which involves Malort, which is enough for me to not drink it.
Next week's drink will be a lot better, I promise.
Well, I like that you went with a drink that's not tasty for Satan. Satan's not supposed to be tasty.
I find. Have you licked him? Would you know?
I've had Satan's butthole, and it's not good. It's not. Just drink Malort, even without all the other stuff. Have some Malort and tell me that the devil doesn't exist. Because in hell, they only drink Malort. And it doesn't even get you drunk. You can have 1,000 shots of Malort, and you don't ever feel it.
Is that true? Well, you've had that many shots of Malort? How many shots of Malort have you had?
No, I'm saying in hell. I haven't been to hell, at least not yet.
Oh, you're assuming you can't get drunk in hell?
I mean, if I can get drunk in hell, it's not really hell.
Well, that's the whole South Park thing, right? He throws luau's, he got some condos in there. Like, it's like a whole little, like, they got a little whole society down there.
I feel like I was gonna have faulty Wi-Fi just to piss everyone off.
Like your Wi-Fi always goes out when you're about to win a match, like 100% of the time.
Damn.
You find that perfect video on Pornhub, and then like you can't fucking load it in.
That'd be fucked for Ernie. You sell your soul, Ernie, and then you go to hell, and then you have no access to porn? Damn, for eternity, bro. Shit.
Why?
You should have thought about that before that's what you decided.
I'm just there with my PS5.
Satan, you conniving motherfucker.
And Jesus is there in the corner trying to play his PS5 when the fucking PS10 is out.
Hey, can I put this on channel 3, guys?
Channel 3?
We have
Do you guys have like an adapter with like the 3 colored wires, or is there like a hardware store down here? Or... my grandma's TV was so old that we were trying to play. It was probably MLB like 2001 or something, and we had to buy an adapter where those 3 wires would go into this other thing, and then that other adapter would go into the cable, like the straight cable connection.
Modulator.
And it was a nightmare. That's in hell too. You have to get through 4 adapters before you can play any video games. I think so if Ernie would have to, like, even if he got into a game right now, that would take us to way over where we usually go. So if there's no objections, unless, like, if we haven't talked about something, or like someone wants to talk about something else, I'm all for it. But I think we're gonna call it here, unless there's an objection. So say something now or hold your peace. All right. So we're going to.
I object.
We have a pretty good idea of what we're doing next week, and the week after that, actually. So we'll go ahead and preview those 2 things. I'm not going to tell you which order they're going to be in, because I want there to be some suspense. Orcs and Nobody says HDMI to RCA cable. Yeah, that's in hell. Is your HDMI has to go to an RCA cable, which has to go to the 3 colors, which has to go to your cable adapter. So next week... Oh, no, I'm not saying... So the next 2 weeks we will have, in no particular order, we're going to do a gore fest. So we're unsure if it's going to be like torture porn-esque, or if it's going to be like straight gore. So the difference for me is like the difference between Green Inferno and Hostel, or Saw and some other gory movie that's not torture porn. Torture porn is something very specific, and I don't know if we're going to get into that specifically. Luis says Pyramid Head 3 times. We're going to get there, Luis, we promise. Ernie just has to build up his build for that. So we're gonna do that in the next 2 weeks, and we'll give you more details. And we're also, in that episode is going to be John Wayne Gacy. Is that what we said? Yeah. Anybody?
Yep. I don't know. I wasn't part of the conversation.
Yes, you were. You're always part of the fucking conversation. I think it's Gacy and Gore, and then the other week will be Aliens. It's going to be our first Alien episode, which I've pulled no punches as far as talking about how excited I am to talk about Aliens finally. So in the next 2 weeks we'll talk about Aliens. We're also going to be talking about Gore. We're also going to be talking about John Wayne Gacy, I think. Thank you for sticking around, and this will only be the second time I've said it this episode, and we're going to keep it that way. Please like, please subscribe, please share and tell your friends. Please fucking do whatever you can to fucking get us out there. We're going to be here every Friday night, whether the state is locked down or not. We think we've shown that we're going to be super consistent as often as we can. And thank you for showing up, man. Luis and Megan and Oryx, who's been here sometimes now, quite a few times, and everybody else that shows up every week. We really fucking appreciate you. And Freddie, I know you're out there somewhere, even if you're not on this episode. I know you try as much as you can. Thank you so much for showing up and for listening to us have conversations that we would just normally be having for nobody. We really appreciate you. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you. And yeah, so that's what you got to look forward to. That's what that's going to be the end of it. I'm going to let everybody say good night, and then I will sign off.
Later, everybody.
Go to the free world.
See you again next week.